on the field.
You're back.
All right, the Wildcats extending their lead to a full 7 points now off the field goal from Levi Hilborn, 35-yard field goal. And the Wildcats leading 20-13, 6:27 left to go here in the third quarter. Al Quartermont, Brandon Brown with you on this broadcast, sponsored by Texas Roadhouse in Alexandria. Hilborn approaches on the kickoff, and he kicks it toward the right side, will be fielded at the 10-yard line, and bringing it up to the other side of the field. We see a flag come down. It's turning the corner and going out of bounds that time was Zarek Jones, the punter/kick returner. And we have 3 flags on the play.
I don't know if they're all calling the same thing or different things, but, I mean, all the refs emptying their pockets.
So we'll wait on the call and see what direction things will be going. Suffice it to say,
personal foul. Illegal blindside block. Return team number 11. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
All right, so half the distance to the goal. So instead of Texas College having the ball out around the 35 or 40-yard line, they'll be starting within their own 10-yard line. Actually, looks like they'll spot it at the 11-yard line. So, Amani Gilmore takes the snap. He's back to pass. Over the middle, has a man, and underthrows him just a little bit. And wanting a penalty there was Gage Jordan.
Trey Grogan playing some good defense right there, forcing the Steers receiver to dive for the ball. He just couldn't have enough time in the air to make a play on that ball. Great defensive play by Grogan.
Wildcats leading it by 7, 20-13, as we close in on the 6-minute mark of this third quarter on a beautiful homecoming afternoon here in Pineville. Gilmore takes the snap, looking to his right now, and almost intercepted as he kind of threw behind his receiver, and the ball actually hit Jontavian McGee, Pop McGee, in the hands.
And Pop, you know that he wants that back, because that was a free 6 points for Pop McGee if he was able to reel that in. But it's going to be 3rd and long for the Steers. Wildcats got to get a stop right here.
Yeah, we'll see if LCU might bring a little pressure right now. In the backfield is Zarek Jones, the all-purpose guy for this Steers team. Gilmore, as the Cats showing blitz. We'll see if they bring it. Here they come. They get some pressure on him. He gets out of it, throws it up ahead, has a man wide open across the 50, down to the 40. They are not going to get him, as this will be a long touchdown, and the reception made by number 86, and that is Tyree Lindsay. What a play for Texas College. The Wildcats continue to always go with that one-on-one coverage. And that time the defender just got burned.
And the Wildcats, they have had issues with that all season with those boom and bust plays. It's almost like the Wildcats play defense the best in the other 70 yards of the field. But whenever they've got their opposition within their own 10, they're giving up touchdowns.
Officially an 88-yard touchdown. And Brandon said it. This has been what has killed the Wildcats so much of the year, the long plays that go for touchdowns. So they play aggressive. Sometimes it bites you. All right, snap is down, and the kick is low, but I think it somehow got in.
So, Al, that ball, it doinked off of the left, I forget upright, and it bounced in. So, lucky bounce for the Texas College Steers right there.
Wow. So kind of stunning that right now we are tied up 20-20, and we'll keep it here because they're about ready to go already with the kickoff. So,
now, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but this does not feel like a game where you should be tied. The Wildcats, for the majority of this game, have outplayed Texas College. But here we are, third quarter, tie ball game, 20-20.
No, I agree with you 100% on that. When you really look at kind of the scope of everything, LCU seem like they have controlled this game much, much more, but it's been the passing game of Texas College that's brought them back. 279 yards net passing. The Wildcats have only 98. And then when you look at the fact that the Wildcats have only rushed for 39 yards, the offense just has been kind of spluttering, especially since after the first quarter. So we'll see what they can come up with now moving forward. At one point, it was a 14-0 lead. Now we're tied at 20. So they're placing the ball on the tee. Ryan Morales is. The Wildcats with a couple of men deep. I believe, once again, that is number 88, Joaquin Reed, along with Malik Patterson. The approach, the kick, and this is going to be a short kick. It'll be received by one of the up men who has to kind of reach back and catch it. And I'm going to say a fair catch. We have another flag on the field. 2 flags.
Trace McHugh, 38.
Okay, we'll find out what this is all about.
With a return.
Let's see how many penalties we've had in this game. So far, Texas College has been whistled for 11 penalties. LCU with 4. So we'll find out what this one is.
Oh, man, it just feels like that long touchdown. It sucked the energy out of the stadium.
It is really quiet right now, isn't it? Well, they're coming out to kick once again.
Left side, kicking team, number 8.
So they're going to call offside.
Penalty, re-kick.
So they'll push them back 5 yards and have to re-kick once again. So here we go. Trace McHugh was the one who made the fair catch for the Wildcats. But
it's a scary one, too, because he had to jump up for it. It almost looked like it was going to go off his fingertips.
He's a linebacker, too, but obviously pretty good hands to make that catch. All right, so Morales will now kick off from his own 30. The Wildcat receivers are up around their own 20. And this one will head in that same direction, but it'll go out of bounds. No, it won't. It's taken by the Wildcats at the 20, up to the 23. Now flags come in, and this is going to push the Wildcats back. Bam.
86,
and
Malik
Patterson was trying to break free, and he changed directions, and I think when he did that, he obviously had a holding or a block in the back.
Well, he tried to change directions, and the only direction he went was backwards.
True. I thought at first that the ball might be heading out of bounds, but he fielded it a couple of feet in front of the sideline. All right, so waiting on the officials, as we've been doing a lot here today. This will be the 5th penalty called on the Wildcats as the ball is being moved back to about the 10-yard line. So the call goes against Joaquin Reed, the counterpart return man to Malik Patterson, blocking the back. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 10-yard line. And you want to be very careful here in terms of turnovers.
There's some good news. You've got River Thompson back out there. We saw him kind of come up a little bit, shook up on that last drive, but he is back out there, so hopefully he's all good and healthy.
All right, it's got running back in the backfield. We'll give to him, Datelin Cunningham. He's out to the 20, to the 30, spins away, and we'll take it up near the 35-yard line. That's the best run the Wildcats have had today. Datelin Cunningham getting it done for the Wildcats.
It feels like all game we've been waiting for the Wildcats run to just get unlocked and finally have some momentum, and we saw it right there. Hopefully, that's a sign of better things to come.
A gain of 25. What a huge play. They'll give to him again. This time he takes it up near the 40 before finally being brought down, but that'll be a gain of 5 yards. He'll take that every time.
Kind of scary for Cunningham as his legs were hit from underneath him, and he kind of went flying. Surprised the ball didn't come out, but he's got some good hands.
So 2nd down and 5. The ball at the 40-yard line now. Thompson taking the snap, fakes the handoff, wants to throw it. Pressure coming. He's going to get sacked.
I'll tell you this right there, Thompson. He was looking for the play action, but there wasn't even a wide receiver there. I think that there had to have been some type of miscommunication on the play call, because if you're faking the play action and you don't even have a running back to action it to, there's got to be something where it's just not clicking.
So that'll be a loss of 4 and leave the Wildcats 3rd and 9. Ball is back to their own 36-yard line. Now we have some movement along the line. Are they going to say the Cats moved, or was it Texas College that jumped off sides? Waiting on the official call to come here. Cats seem to indicate it'll be going against Texas College.
Offside. Defense with number 0 with contact. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
All right, so the call going against Texas College. Cats get back 5 of those yards. Ball moved out to the 41-yard line, so that'll leave 3rd down and 4. Might affect what kind of play call you give here as well. Jalen Cunningham in the backfield, lined up to the right of Thompson, who looks over to the sideline for a new signal. 1 man to the top, 2 near side, and it'll be a handoff. Cunningham takes it around the left. He's up to the 40. Across the 45, picks up the 1st down. Nice run by Jalen Cunningham. He got around that outside edge and is not going to be denied.
That was just pure speed by Cunningham as well. It's not like he had an insane angle that unlocked that run. It was just the fact that he was faster than the defender.
Cats go back to it around the left side. Cunningham spinning out of a tackle, gets hit a couple of yards beyond that, just shy of the 50-yard line. We'll see, they spotted at the 49.
That was a strong hit by Zion Long for the Texas College defense. Glad that the Wildcats were able to hold on to it.
Yeah, Cunningham kind of spun out of a tackle and then was a little bit off balance, so that's what made the hit look even more impressive. So it's 2nd down and 7, and now we get another penalty flag. I think this will go against the Wildcats.
There were all of these penalty flags in the first half out.
Number 66.
False start called on the Wildcats. That goes against Jadarius Winans. So push them back 5, 2nd down and 12. And for the Cats so far in the game now, that is 6 penalties, 13 on Texas College. Thompson back, has a man in the flat, gets it to him up near the 45-yard line of Texas College. He'll be about a yard short of a 1st down. Nice catch by Logan Malone, wide receiver out of Ruston. What do we have now?
You've got number 55 just kind of hobbling off of the field. That's Xavier Jackson, your offensive lineman out of Palmetto, Louisiana.
Yeah, he comes off to the sideline by the trainers. Cats 3rd and 1, looking to pick up the 1st down here. Richard is in. They'll run behind him. And spinning out of the tackle and picking up the 1st down, Dalen Charles, who wanted more.
And he could have had more. Al, that's been the story with Charles all season. He gets to the last man in the defense, and they just shoestring tackle him. He's got 10 touchdowns on the season. He should probably have 13 or 14.
But he gets the 1st down. So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the 42-yard line of Texas College. Thompson is back to pass. He's looking deep. He has a man. He makes the catch.
Stadium, we finally got some energy back in here in a big moment. Wow, Wildcats needed that so bad, and they're going to get the lead.
River Thompson with a beautiful pump fake, and Malone able to beat his defensive back. There was no one within about 5 yards of him. As you can see, trailing behind him was number 26, Joshua Amaker. But what a play. First time I think we even called Malone's name was today, and that was only the 2nd time.
Yeah, and that's all because of the absence of Sammy Feaster, who's usually one of Thompson's favorite targets.
Hilborn is on for the extra point kick. It is up. It is good. The Wildcats regain the lead. It's 27-20 Wildcats. 2:01 left to go in the third quarter. And we will take a 1-minute timeout. We're back with more. You're listening to Wildcats football on KSYL.
Extra point is good. After the play, the sportsmanlike conduct. Offense, number 71. The sportsmanlike conduct. Defense, number 40. Those penalties will cancel. That's one for each player of the game.
Back. All right, we're back, and on the extra point kick, we actually had a couple of penalties, one against LCU, one against Texas College, and those are offsetting, but they were unsportsmanlike. So for Antoine Ellis of Texas College, who was it for the Wildcats?
I believe it was Arian Randall for the Wildcats.
So they both got one unsportsmanlike. You get a second when you're ejected from the game. So something to monitor. 2:01 left to go in the third quarter. The Wildcats leading it now 27-20 on the strength of the 42-yard touchdown pass from River Thompson to Logan Malone. The Wildcats 8 plays, 89 yards, and again go with the onside kick, and they get it.
Brandon Isaac on the recovery, onside kick, surprise Texas College. They've got some, it looks like there's a pause in the action.
Are you going to say another penalty, or what are they going to
see? A flag. There is a flag on the floor.
Oh, no. They're going to say,
Number 4.
they're going to say he was offside. Brandon Isaac was offside. And he's the one that made the recovery. He was the one that made the recovery in that onside kick earlier in the year as well.
They might be thinking that he got there just a little bit early, but I don't know how. That looked like it could have gone either way.
Yeah, he's not happy. I was actually looking down and saw right after the recovery was made, so caught me by surprise too. I didn't think they would do that there. Obviously, Texas College didn't think so.
Well, now you've got Texas College alert. I don't know if you go for it again here.
Probably not, because now you're kicking from the 30 instead of the 35. Texas College has moved their receivers up to near the 15-yard line. You've got Zarek Jones.
Levi Hilborn has one of those big legs. I say kick it as high as you can and maybe look to light up one of those Texas College steers.
So we'll do it again. That would have been a huge momentum boost for the Wildcats, who just regained the lead. All right, approaching the football. He's going to kick it. Kind of a high, shorter kick will be fielded at the 25-yard line. The Cats are in on it right away. Up to the 30, breaks away, but not very far after that. And LCU able to wrestle him down. And the reception was made by number 19. That's Cavante Carter.
And there we go. No flag on the play this time.
Wow.
It's the first special teams play in a minute that we haven't had a flag out.
Man, this third quarter is taking some time, because we've had so many stoppages for penalties.
Not as many stoppages for injuries as we had last week against North American University.
True. I'll give you that. So the Wildcats leading it 27-20. 2:01 left to go. Actually, 1:53 left to go here in the third quarter.
Oh, they got Brimmer offsides. Are they going to call it on the offense or the defense?
Let me do this. Just a bit offsides. Oh, man. Yeah.
They're going to get Brimmer for it. He's saying that Texas College moved first, though.
Yeah, they may have, but they didn't see it. And what you saw was, yeah, you can see that left tackle did move, didn't he? He sure did. They missed it. Well, that's going to happen sometimes. All right, Gilmore is back. Cats bring the pressure, has to bring it down, now throws it out into the left flat, and we had contact down there. Oh, that's a tough call to go against the Wildcats.
Samaj Jones is going to get called for pass interference, as looked like Armani just underthrew that ball, but here right there.
Yeah. One of those plays where the contact is created because the ball's underthrown, and the receiver slows down, and the defender, still going at full speed, runs into him. So that's a tough call for the Wildcats. Second straight penalty against LCU. And now a first down for Texas College at the Wildcats' 49-yard line. Minute 44 left to go, third quarter. Gilmore back, has a man near side. That's his big gun, and the catch is made and taken out of bounds by Terrell Hoofkin. On the coverage for the Wildcats was Pop McGee. Good one-on-one battle those two guys have been having, and that time it was Hoofkin who got the better of it.
You couldn't help but feel like Hoofkin was going to have something like that at some point in this game, and it's coming at the wrong time for the Wildcats. He's pointing to the Wildcats defense saying, try me again.
First down at the Wildcat 15-yard line. Gilmore looking for him, cutting across the middle, but knocked away, I should say, on a nice defensive play for the Wildcats by number 20. That's Nate Sullivan.
Incredible diving effort right there by Sullivan.
So that'll make it 2nd and 10. See what the Wildcats might dial up here from a defensive standpoint, not showing blitz. They've got man coverage on all the receivers. Gilmore back, has a pass over the middle, an easy touchdown. Wide open that time was number 6, Gregory Donaldson, but we have flags on the field. Might be what? Maybe roughing the passer?
I think they're going to get Bremer for a late hit on the quarterback, but it didn't seem like it was that late. I think it was just right after the... Oh my goodness, they're going to get Bremer for that.
So that makes the score 27-26, pending the extra point.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 0. That 15 yards will be enforced on the kickoff. Results of touchdown.
Okay, you heard the penalty against Bremer, roughing the passer. They'll enforce it on the kickoff. Into the game for Texas College, Brian Morales looking to tie it up. This has not been an automatic, so we'll see what happens here. Cats showing pressure. High snap. Kick is wide. Left. No good. So LCU is holding to the slimmest of leads, 27-26. 1:11 left to go here in the third quarter. We'll just keep it here for right now since we'll have an end of quarter timeout coming up shortly. So
let's talk about how odd of a third quarter this has been. There's been a lot of stoppages, a lot of extracurriculars after the play. And now we're in a position where LC only leads by 1 point due to the special teams ineptitudes of Texas College. But special teams arguably is the story of this game. Al?
Yeah, Texas College has scored 13 points in the third quarter. The Wildcats have scored 10. And so LCU now holding to the slimmest of leads, 27-26, as we near the end of this quarter. And they'll be kicking off from the 50-yard line. I told you this was going to be a close game.
I believed you, but I didn't. I don't like it being a close game, Al. I would have preferred it to be a blowout on the favor of LC. That would have been fun for
It would make
homecoming.
us a lot more relaxed, wouldn't it?
Yeah, now I'm all tense. I've been standing all game, but now I'm like, I got to sit down.
All right, Morales approaching the football. Kick is in the air, and it will be fielded at about the 7-yard line by the Wildcats. Bringing it near side, trying to get a block or two, and not able to get much, as the return, I believe, was number 88 for the Wildcats, or was it 86?
86, Malik
Patterson. Excuse me, on the return. So with 1:04 left to go in the quarter, Cats holding the 1-point lead. Brimmer coming off the sideline. He looks kind of mad.
I would be too if I got called for a bang-bang play where I hit the quarterback as he was releasing it.
Yeah, that's tough.
He's been very active in that backfield, though. Brimmer has been making his name known and his presence felt.
River Thompson back in at quarterback. Dalen Charles at running back. Two receivers to the top, one near side. They'll go with the handoff to Charles inside, trying to squirt his way through, and picks up about 2 yards.
Look at Richard on that run, Al. I mean, he just opened up that gap for him, and he was the lead blocker. That was awesome.
Second down and 8. The Cats going with another inside handoff to Charles, this time across the 30 up to the 34-yard line, 33-yard line. That'll be a first down.
And you saw it again right there. Richard is so big, it's almost like Charles disappears behind him. You can't tell where he is. And then whenever Richard hits you, finally, Charles pops out and he gets 5 yards, 10 yards. I mean, that's awesome that you've got a guy like that.
First and 10. Cats will pass this time. The pressure coming, and River Thompson will be sacked for a loss of a couple yards. In on the play that time was number 59 for Texas College. That's Kyron Flentroy. We've called his name a number of times here today. So, loss of about 7 yards.
For how
5
good,
yards.
For how good the Wildcats have been running the ball.
Yeah.
Their passing O-line has just struggled.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter. We head to the fourth quarter. The Wildcats lead it by 1, 27-26. We're back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Wildcats football here on KSYL.
We head into the fourth quarter. I'd like to remind you that LCU is proud to partner with Officially Human in an effort to humanize officials and elevate respect. As we enjoy the game, please be reminded of the true art of all sports, sportsmanship. We ask all those attending today's game to treat all players, coaches, fans, and officials with respect at all times. Be a part of the solution. Be official. Human.
You're back.
And we are back. The Wildcats head into the final 15 minutes of this football game, holding the slimmest of leads, 27-26. Al Quartermont, Brandon Brown with you on this LCU football broadcast, brought to you by Texas Roadhouse. We'll see if the Wildcats can get something positive happening here to start the quarter. After the loss, they'll go with a handoff. Dalen Charles gets it back to about the original line of scrimmage, and it'll leave the Wildcats in a 3rd down and 10 situation. You know, they had gotten a couple of positive running plays with Charles and then went to the pass play and had the sack.
I think both of Thompson's cleats have came off. No, Hamilton's cleats. No, that's Charles' cleats. I mean, he's got no cleats on.
He's fast, but maybe not without cleats, and now the Wildcats will make a late substitution, as coming into the game will be number 26 for the Wildcats.
Jamarian Island.
Well, actually, it's been credited as Brian Gordon in the stats, so I'm not 100% sure, to be very honest. We'll have to find out later, as the pass over the middle is complete, up near midfield. What a great strike from River Thompson, and the catch is made by number 88, Joaquin Reed.
And Joaquin Reed is very blessed to still have his helmet on. I mean, he almost got lit up from that defensive back that was just coming down at him. The defensive back missed it. Big pickup for Joaquin Reed.
That was a dart thrown by River Thompson. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. Huge play in this game for the Wildcats. They'll give it to Dalen Charles. He gets back to the 50, maybe the 49. And he'll be pushed back. So we'll call it a gain of 1, 2nd down and 9.
We'll pick up 1.
That was one of the best throws I think we've seen Thompson throw all year.
It's coming at the right time as well.
Maybe getting a little more confidence in the game now as it goes along. If they can give him time to throw, that's a big key. 2nd and 9. Fake to Charles. He's back. Has a man up the right side, trying to get it to him, but he overshoots the receiver who was on that far sideline. I believe that was Logan Malone.
We haven't seen much of E.J. Scott in the second half. I'm kind of curious to find out if he might be a little bit injured.
Yeah, he did leave the game. We talked about it in the first half after a tackle where it looked like he was shaken up just a little bit, so may have been more to that. He did come back initially, but maybe something with that. I'm trying to look down on the field and see his number, but I'm not seeing it. All right, so it's a 3rd down and 9. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the top. Dalen Charles to the left of Thompson, who wants him to split out to the flat, and he comes now right side and incomplete. Good job on defense by Malachi Burrell, who's been a force here today.
Logan Malone.
Trying to hit Malone on that one. So instead it'll be 4th down, and Levi Hilborn will come in to punt it away. Again, the Cats leading it by 1. We're in the 4th quarter, just underway. It's been a good football game here today on homecoming as we're starting to get some longer shadows now here at Wildcat Stadium.
Starts to cool off just a little bit.
Now a bad snap. Hilborn fields it, though. Gets it away, but it's kind of a lower line drive kick that bounces at the 20, now down to the 10. And considering how that started, it bounces in, I should say finally stops at about the 9-yard line.
But watch out, Al. This is where teams have killed the Wildcats all season. As odd as that is to say, within their own 10-yard lines, this is where defenses have absolutely offenses have punished the Wildcats' defense, which is, like I said, such a weird statistic. But there's got to be maybe 4 or 5 different instances where within their own 10-yard line, offenses are scoring against this Wildcats defense.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So we'll see what happens here. Monty Gilmore, Texas College quarterback, takes the snap, back to pass. As usual, he's in the end zone, now flings it up near the 40-yard line. Has a man there who battles with one of the Wildcats defenders, and it goes out of bounds, trying to hook up with Hoofkin, his main guy. And some nice defense from the Wildcats there, as I believe, I'm trying to see, I think that was Jaheim Mitchell. Boy, Hoofkin that time just flinging it from his own end zone.
Right, and if he wouldn't have underthrown that ball, I think Hoofkin might have came up with it.
Gilmore 17 out of 38 in the game, 318 yards and 3 touchdowns. So not a great completion rating.
They've gone away from the running game pretty quickly.
Yeah. Okay, he's back to pass again over the middle, has a man up near the 1st down, and it looks like it will be complete, as the catch was made by number 86 for the Steers, and that is Tyree Lindsey. Lindsey's made an impact in this game here today. 1st down. Gilmore back. Now pressured, trying to work his way out of it. Now going backwards and then flips it at the last second to his running back, and the Wildcats will finally get him out of bounds, as that was a wild play, with eventually Zarek Jones ending up with the ball in his hand at the last moment before Gilmore went down.
Welcome to Amani Gilmore's magic show. That was incredible.
You can see the replay, just kind of flips it at the last second and ends up being a loss of about 4 yards, but could have been a lot worse.
Look at the technique on that toss as he's going down too, Al.
Good heads-up play to prevent a larger loss. So it'll be 2nd down and 14. The ball pushed back to the 15-yard line. Gilmore has 2 receivers to the top, 2 near side. He's back to pass, looking up the far sideline, and that one will be short as he was trying to connect that time with Malachi Livingston. Wildcats doing a good job defending that time. So that'll leave it with a 3rd down now. 3rd down and 14. And we have a penalty.
Defense, number 37. 10
Oh, man. They're calling a holding play on that exchange there. Goes against the Wildcats' Noah James, and that'll be a 1st down. That's a tough break.
Awful. Terrible break for the Wildcats.
Wow. Wow. All right, so it'll be the 1st down as the ball is moved out to the 26-yard line. Clock continues to run. 11:34 left to go. Gilmore's back. Working up again, that far side, has a man up near the 40-yard line. Making the catch and going out of bounds is Deontay Hill.
Amani Gilmore has just put the ball over the top of the defensive backs time and time again, and it was just a matter of time before he started connecting. And look at where we are now. I mean, he's got multiple 20-plus passing yard plays. This is just unacceptable if you're the Wildcats defensive backs.
Part of it is their receivers tend to be a little bigger, and the Wildcats just seem to be overmatched at times. So it'll be a first down at the Wildcats' 41-yard line. Gilmore's back again, looking to pass, almost picked off and should have been right into the hands of the Wildcats. Number 37 again, that was Noah James, who could have atoned for that holding penalty.
I believe that was Jaden Jones that was supposed to get that interception, but just couldn't get both hands on it.
Bremer comes off to the sideline with his helmet off. Not sure what happened there. But yeah, that should have been a pick. That's why those guys play defensive back and not receiver.
If he would have caught it, he might have been a wide receiver.
So it'll be second down and 10. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the top, 1 man in the backfield. Gilmore's back, has a man in the flat. Great job to read it by the Wildcats that time. Coming on the nice defense was Jaden Jones.
Jaden Jones all over the place right now.
So that made it a gain of only a couple of yards. Big third down and 7 coming up here.
Big moment for the Wildcats defense. You get a stop right here. You're in the clear, but I mean, I don't know if there's been a bigger moment in the game than this.
Gilmore, again with 3 receivers lined up near side, 1 to the top, running back to his left. Called for the snap, didn't get the ball, and then there was movement, so I think this will be a procedure call that will go against Texas College.
If so, that's a giant break in favor of the Wildcats.
False start. False start against Gage Jordan, but again, I think it was because everyone thought the snap was going to happen, and it didn't. So that'll push them back 3 or 5 yards, and it'll leave a third down and 13.
Can't give up a big play right here.
Gilmore waiting on the snap, gets it. And pass to the near side, some move. Oh, my goodness. Again, they're going to call the Wildcats for either holding or pass interference. It's going to be pass interference. Going to be called against the Wildcats. Samaj Jones. He was locked up with the receiver. Both of them were kind of pushing each other. This has been...
Number 36, 15 yards from the previous spot.
Wow.
Al, I hate to point fingers at the officials, but that just felt like that was a play you can't call PI on.
Tyree Lindsey, again, the receiver. So, it'll put the ball at the Wildcats 29 with a 1st and 10 for Texas College as we close in on the 10-minute mark. Pass out in the flat to the running back. He had to kind of turn around to make the catch. Might have got back up to the original line of scrimmage. Zerick Jones, the punter/running back. Yeah, that was a tough break for the Wildcats.
Awful.
That's tough. So, you know, in between quarters, they do an announcement here about showing good sportsmanship toward the officials.
Yeah, we need it here today. Because it's been hard to do that.
I realize it's a tough job, but sometimes they make it harder on themselves.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go with Gilmore. Cats showing blitz. Here they come. Pressure coming. He gets rid of it. Up the near side, trying to find Hoofkin, but overshoots him as, again, the Cats bringing that pressure. And in the area for the Wildcats was Pop McGee.
And luckily, no flag that time.
Luckily, you're right. Third down and 12. So this will be a key play in the game as we've gone under the 10-minute mark. 9:31 left to go. And we'll see what Texas College comes up with here. Kind of interesting huddle formation, like almost right where the football is, but not everyone. A couple of receivers were already out of the huddle. There to the far side, 2 near side. Third down, he's looking right, now comes back to the left, And again, underthrowing his receiver. There was some contact there, as out on the coverage for the Wildcats was Mitchell.
I'll tell you this, Al. That looked more like PI than the one that they got called for.
Yeah. But again, it's because the ball sometimes is being thrown either to the outside or underthrown, and it's causing the receiver to change his direction at the last moment, and the defensive backs tend to be kind of behind that receiver and then run into them. They're going to go for it, though. 4th down and 12.
Big moment.
Huge play here from the 31-yard line. Cats making some noise, the fans are. He's back to pass. Up the left side. Has a man. Contact. And no call. They're going to say that it wasn't catchable as the ball was going out of bounds as he was trying to connect with Deontay Hill.
And number 27 right there for the Wildcats. Jaden Jones doing a good job at using the sideline as another defender. Kind of just, containing. That's all he could do. You mentioned it earlier. These Wildcats defensive backs, they're just kind of outmatched size-wise. And so you've got to use all of your resources. And that's his biggest resource was pushing them just a little bit more towards that sideline.
Kendall Rowan credited with a hurry on that play. So turnover on downs. Cats get it back, holding this 1-point lead, 27-26, 9:18 left to go. Al Quarterman, Brandon Brown with you on this broadcast brought to you by Texas Roadhouse. All right, the handoff now coming to Tavion Cunningham. He turns the corner at the 30 and gets his way up near the 33-yard line, gain of 2. Cats would love to run the ball and run clock here, clinging to this 1-point lead on this homecoming Saturday.
And there is good news, Al. If they're able to score and they go for 2, that still makes it a 2-possession game. Is that right? Good math?
I think you're right. Tavion Cunningham takes the handoff inside this time and up near the 37-yard line. That'll leave it 3rd down and about 4.
So if you get in a position to do that, Al, if you're the head coach, if you're Coach McLaughlin and you get to make that play call, do you go for 2 or do you just take the points?
That's a good question. Yeah. All right. Handoff inside. And Cunningham, I thought he was going to get the 1st down, but at the last moment, one of the defenders was able to grab his legs and bring him down. So that's going to force the 4th down.
Deep in your own territory. If you go for it, you're gambling.
4th down and a long 3. Coach McLaughlin, the Riverboat Gambler here.
Okay.
He's going to go for it. All right. This is huge. Maybe he's just trying to draw him offside. We'll see. As Thompson looks for the new sign. 2 receivers at the top, 1 near side, 1 man in the backfield. They got him to jump. And the whistle goes off, assuming this will be called against Texas College.
I think number 58 bit on the hard count.
You are right. The call goes on number 58, and that is Cam Hoyt, the freshman defensive end. What a huge play.
The freshman let the moment get to him right there. He just couldn't stay disciplined. Those are the kind of mistakes that a freshman just kills you over.
What you don't know is if the Cats really were going for it or if they would have decided to not.
Thankfully, we don't have to worry about that, Al.
1st and 10, ball at the 43. Handoff inside, Tavion Cunningham. Not much room for him to run there. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And you've got to at least give a little bit of credit where it's due to River Thompson. He's done much better this game at not turning the ball over.
Running back substitution into the game now for the Wildcats is number 26, Brian Gordon. Cats, in terms of running the ball again here today, have 55 rushes for 99 yards. That's a lot of runs without much production.
Right, 55 rushes. I don't know the last time I've seen a team do that.
I know. All right. So 2nd down and 10. They'll give it to Gordon. And he breaks it across the 50, to the 40, to the 30. Can he get away from the defender? He gets inside the 10 and will be dragged down inside the 5.
And Al, you saw it right there. He tried to stutter step him and fake him out and try and get a couple extra yards. He got those extra yards, but sadly he wasn't able to turn it into a touchdown. Wildcats right there within that 10-yard line with a chance to extend this lead. You've got a Texas College steer defender on the ground over there trying to catch the number. It looks like it's 20, maybe 29, Brendan Gaines. Cannot tell.
So who is this Brian Gordon guy?
I think it is Keyshawn Island. I was looking a little bit earlier. I think it is Keyshawn.
Jamarion Island.
Jamarion Island. Apologies.
Yeah, you can see the replay here. 29
Look at this stutter step, Al. Watch this stutter step he does.
He makes
here
a
in
great
moment.
move right here. Yeah.
Little hesitation. Gets a couple extra yards from it.
And the man who's down is the one who made the tackle, number 29 for Texas College, Brendan Gaines. So we'll see if we can get a definitive confirmation on who number 26 is.
They're now showing it as Jamarion Island
Okay.
in the live stats.
Huh. Well, if it is Jamarion, we apologize.
And if it is Jamarion, hey man, you're having a game for right whenever we need it too. Looks like they're carrying off Brendan Gaines, the Texas Steers defensive back. You hate to see that he can't walk off on his own power.
29, Brendan Gaines. He has to be helped.
Yeah, I
off
hate
the
to
field.
see that.
Give that young man a big hand.
Stop in midfield. Maybe they're going to let him kind of walk a little bit.
We wish him all to be best.
No, they're going to have to pick him back up.
So, yeah. Okay, it is. I've just texted our sports information record. It is Jamarion Island. So, I'm not sure why but in the live stats under running backs, number 26 is listed as Brian Gordon. So, I'm confused.
I think we all are, Al.
But I'll take it from our SID that it's Jamarion. Sorry, Jamarion. He remains in the game. Maybe he can get a touchdown. Inside handoff. Takes it to the 1 yard line. Is he in? Nope, they're going to say he's down at the 1 yard line. No, it's 1 yard line.
1 yard line. I say give it to him again for his second touchdown of the game. He's already got one. If he gets two.
And they do, but he gets stacked up at about the one again. That time the Wildcats didn't look quite set.
And now it gets interesting, Al, if they can't convert right here.
Last play.
Almost looks like they're going to tush push.
Yeah, it does look like it. And
Thompson just fell. The ball's loose. The ball is loose, Al.
it is loose, and Texas College picking it up, and they are bringing it back the entire way. Number 4, Kendrick Lee, will take it 99 yards for a touchdown. The most devastating, unpredictable play you could ever imagine.
Oh, my goodness, Al. All season, the story has been the turnovers. They've hurt themselves time and time again. You finally have a game where you say, man, the Wildcats, they're holding it together. They're playing a clean game. You get down to the 1 yard line. You could make it a 2-possession game, and you just give it back to them. I can't believe it, Al.
That is a gut punch.
And
for
again,
sure.
within their own 10-yard line. I mean, it almost all comes from within that 10-yard line.
You're not wrong. That's a tough blow for the Wildcats. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. So, they're trying to get their extra point team onto the field. And suddenly, what looked like it was going to be an extension of the Wildcats' lead is now the Wildcats facing a deficit.
Wow. They're going to go for 2 as well, Al.
Yeah, they should. They scored 32-27. They can go up by 7. As it'll be a pass play over the middle, and it's good. Complete pass for number 11, Deontay Hill. And now the Wildcats, instead of going up by 7 or maybe even 8 or 9, are trailing it by a score of 34-27 with 5 minutes and 55 seconds left to go. What a devastating turn of events here today. We'll take a 1-minute timeout and come back with more. You're listening to Wildcats football here on KSYL.
I mean, wow. I just never seen anything like that where it's almost like the defense plays 10 times better the other 90 yards of the field. And even now it's creeping into the offense. I'm hereby banishing our team from being within the 10-yard line. Everything has to be from the 11. Good night.
All right, what a turn of events here. The Wildcats at the 1-yard line about to push it in, fumble. Texas College returns it 99 yards for a touchdown, gets the 2-point conversion. They lead it by 7. Kickoff coming to the Wildcats at the 20. Up to the 30 and out to the 35-yard line for LCU is Malik Patterson. So decent field position to start here. The Wildcats still very much in this game, but they need a touchdown, trailing 34-27. 5:49 left to go.
For as big of a moment as that just was, Al, there is still plenty of football to be played in this game. There's no telling what can happen in the next 5 minutes and change. I mean, what a game we have on our hands. If you are the homecoming crowd, maybe you don't like the score right now, but you couldn't have asked for a more entertaining game.
Robert Thompson was credited with a fumble that was returned. He's back in the game. Starts with a pass in the flat, complete to number 88, Joaquin Reed. No gain on the play. Second down and 10.
You can see Texas College and LC on the sideline kind of getting into the after play extracurriculars now. The heat of the moment. You can definitely feel just the tension.
Yeah, the Wildcats have never lost to Texas College in 4 previous meetings. That could change here today. Handoff coming to the Wildcats. Dayton Cunningham, man, he is battling and makes his way up across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. That'll leave a third down and about 3 yards. I love the way he ran right there. The Wildcats' running game has been getting better as we've gotten into this fourth quarter, and now Cunningham will pick up the first down, and I say just stay with it. That's a first down up near the 48-yard line.
I'd like to see something go to the outside. They've had 2 inside zones. I say move it a little bit further out.
They'll give it to him once again. Kind of stumbles in the backfield a little bit, but takes it across midfield and down to about the 48-yard line. Nice gain on first down.
They're just attacking that inside right now.
Cats, who've been leading the entire game for the first time, trailing now, 34-27. Cunningham comes out, replaced by Dalen Charles. He'll line up to the left of his quarterback. And Cats will give it to him, and he takes it across the 45 down to the 40, close to the first down.
Now, I might be alone on this, but every time a Wildcat offensive player gets hit, I am looking for the ball.
It's a first down. They'll give it to Dalen again. Across the 40 and down near the 35 before going out of bounds, I believe at the 36-yard line. Actually, the official, the linesman, puts it at the 37, so that will be a gain of 5 yards. You'll take that every time. And the clock running as you're running the football means you're moving the ball and you're eating up the clock, which is good as well, potentially, assuming you can score a touchdown here. That time Charles takes the inside handoff, maybe picks up a yard, so that'll leave it a third down and 4. Big conversion attempt, and now we get a player going down injured for Texas College. On the far side, up near the 40-yard line.
Defense, 458, injury timeout.
They're saying that's number 58 who is injured, Cam Hoyt, and it'll be the injury timeout, so we'll keep it here. In your Wildcats, with 3:14 left to go, trailing at 34-27, but they've got a good drive going here. Hopefully, a drive they can convert into a touchdown.
And hopefully they don't get in that 10-yard area, because that has been bad news for both the offense and the defense this game.
Yes. So the Wildcats now have run the ball 65 times for a net of 184. So that average is starting to come up. For a while there was about 1 yard per carry. But I can't remember when a team ran the ball 65 times in a game.
I mean, that's old school football, Al. I love it.
Dalen Cunningham has 17 carries for 72 yards. Dalen Charles, 17 for 52. Our guy who scored the touchdown earlier, Jamarian Island, has carried 8 times for 69 yards.
2 touchdowns.
Tavian Cunningham, no, just 1.
I think he's got 2.
They only have 1 on here.
Because, well, they've got him listed as that other name in there as well.
Do they really?
Yeah, remember?
I'm not. Oh, yeah, they do. Okay. Okay.
I wrote it in pen.
Actually, they just fixed it.
Okay.
They just fixed it. So. Okay.
That's why I'm putting touchdowns next to
No,
names.
the Wildcats have 3 touchdowns. Logan Malone had 1. Jamarian Island has 1, and Dalen Charles has 1. So. We're still in an injury timeout.
Oh, you know what? You're right, because I was giving him credit for that touchdown that we fumbled at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, there was no touchdown there.
Yeah, dude.
At least not for LC.
No, you're correct.
River Thompson in the game, 13 out of 19, 134 yards with 1 touchdown pass. As Hoyt is off the ground now and walking on his own power.
Back up on his feet, making his way to the sideline. Y'all give him a big hand.
Yeah, I was giving him credit for the for the touchdown that turned into a fumble.
Not so fast.
Got the Lee Corso in the studio. Did you see him this morning?
Yeah, I did.
He looked rough.
Yeah. Bless his heart. All right, so here we go. Big 3rd down play, 3rd and 3. Ball at the 35-yard line. The Cats give on a handoff around N and up near the 32-yard line. Dalen Charles is going to be really close to the first down. They're going to give it to him. The official, and now we get a flag, a penalty, and I think it's going to go against Texas College as they ripped off the helmet of one of the LCU offensive linemen.
I want to say it was number 1.
Actually ripped off the helmet of Caden Lillo, the tight end. So that is a big play, potentially, if it moves the ball 15 yards.
Personal foul. Hands to the face. Defense, number 8.
Okay, number 8.
15 yards from the end of the run. Number 45, and stay in the game.
Okay, so 15-yard penalty will move the football inside the 20-yard line, and they will mark it at about the 17. 3:04 left to go here in the 4th quarter. The Wildcats trailing by 7, but they've got a good drive going. Dalen Charles takes the handoff, takes it inside the 15 to about the 13.
Inside the 15.
And that will be a pickup of 5 yards. Clock continues to roll, 2:50. If I'm the Wildcats, I might want to slow down just a little, maximize that play clock, but they don't. They go back to Dalen, who takes it for the touchdown, and we've got a penalty. I think this is going to go against the Wildcats.
I think it's going to go against Chrisman on that outside. I think he might have been offside.
Substitution infraction. 4-11 on the defense. The penalty is the
Whoa.
result of the play.
Actually, there was a substitution infraction on the defense, more than 11 men on the field. That's the way Chrisman was reacting.
That's a break.
I thought it was on him, but
I
it would
think
be a
Chrisman thought it was on him.
I did too. All right, so the Wildcats are a point away from tying it with the extra point by Levi Hilborn with 2:38 left to go.
What if they fake it here, Al?
Oof. It's on the way. It's good. Levi Hilborn, money in the bank on those extra points. 2:36 left to go. We are tied at 34. We're back in 1 minute. You're listening to Wildcats football here on KSYL.
We're tied up, 34-all. Thank you again, our game day sponsor, Red River Bank, as well as our other Wildcat football sponsors. Rhodes Cajun Campaign, Mid-State Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, RJ Construction and Development, Hickson Ford, and Southern Evals.
words of the immortal Howard Cosell, what a football game this has turned out to be. Hilborn's kickoff will be fielded on the fair catch at about the 26-yard line, and that's where Texas College will set up shop. On the reception, Logan Evans.
So now, Brian Morales, we've seen he's had a little bit of a hard time getting the ball up and over that Wildcats special teams. So if you're the Wildcats, all you have to do is make sure you keep them out of the end zone, because your best bet is forcing them to kick it where it's in. I mean, there's no telling if Morales is going to be able to get it up in the air.
So Texas College will start 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. 2:36 left to go in the football game. And we are tied at 34.
Wildcats have all 3 timeouts, and you also have the 2-minute stoppage in your favor as well.
Amani Gilmore takes the snap, looking to his left. Has a man who breaks a tackle and takes it up near the 35-yard line. The reception made that time by number 11, Deontay Hill. And that's a pretty nice gain. Looks like about 9 yards. 2nd down and 1. Clock ticking. 2:20 left to go. Cats fans making noise. Gilmore with 2 receivers to the top, 2 to the bottom. Back to pass. Cats bring the pressure. He gets out of it. Now looking downfield, and almost picked off by the Wildcats as he threw back against his body. And number 27, Jaden Jones, dove for the football, not able to hang on to it.
In the absence of Tyron Young, he's had the game of his life today. You could not be more thankful for the game that Jaden Jones has had today. He's probably had 2 different instances, maybe 3, where he could have had an interception. He's been all over the place.
3rd down and 1. As we know, Texas College not likely to run the ball, but they do have a running back in the backfield. They won't. They pass it. It is picked off. Picked off the deflection. The Wildcats coming up with it. Number 2, Jaheim Mitchell. And the Wildcats have a chance to put this one away.
I don't see any flags on the field, Al, which is always good news. Talk about a momentum shift. That's exactly what the Wildcats needed. Wow.
Cats brought the pressure. Jordan Oglesby was back there. It was deflected on the pass and then went right into the hands of Jaheim Mitchell.
Wildcats, you've just got to play safe football now. Don't turn the ball over. Milk the clock. You've got, I believe, the 2-minute stoppage coming up here shortly.
Yep.
And if you can just milk that clock, get it nice and low. You've got Levi Hilborn, a former Sooner Athletic Conference Special Teams Player of the Week. You know he's got the leg to do it. You can score a touchdown, but what better than not getting Texas College another chance in this game and just winning on a walk-off field goal?
Exactly 2 minutes left, so they may have done the 2-minute timeout right there, but the officials are meeting at the 45-yard line. Not sure if they're discussing where to place the ball, but now we seem ready to go. River Thompson, who engineered that touchdown drive for the Wildcats a possession ago, which tied the game. Now the Cats have a chance to win the game, tied at 34, exactly 2 minutes left. Dalen Charles takes the handoff and getting to the outside, but he's corralled there. Good job on the defensive play by Malachi Burrell to not let him get away. Charles might have, no, he didn't get anything on it. No gain. As the helmet comes off, number 51, Christian Arnett, he has to come out of the game. Clock ticking. Minute 50 to go.
Just keep letting that play clock.
You feel that you're probably about 15 to 20 yards away from Levi Hilborn being in field goal range.
He had the leg from about 50 earlier in the game.
Now the officials have halted play. It seemed like they were looking at the clock, maybe.
Offense, number 51, his helmet was off during a running clock. Louisiana Christian is elected to have the 10-second runoff. Please reset the game clock to 1:40.
Okay, so what happened was when the helmet came off of Christian Arnett, it's an automatic 10-second runoff because it's a running clock with under 2 minutes. So the Wildcats could have taken a timeout to preserve the time. They're going to go ahead and let the 10 seconds run off, so the minute 40 left to go, which makes sense because right now your 2 main enemies would be Texas College's defense and the clock with plenty of time to get the ball into field goal range. And now we have that being maybe explained to the Texas College head coach. One of the officials is over speaking to him as they, again, hold up play for just a moment. This has kind of been the way it's been going. Let me remind you, you're listening to KSYL, 970 AM, 104.9 FM, 100.3 HD3. All right, here we go. Thompson, speaking to the offensive line, has two receivers to the near side. Dalen Charles to his left. And fakes the handoff. And wanted to find his tight end, now just throws it away wisely.
Smart move right there from Thompson.
Yeah, number 81, Josh Smith Jr., in at tight end, and it looked like they were doing a play action, and they wanted to hit Smith, but Smith kind of got caught up in the interior line and never got away free.
Interesting moment right here for the Wildcats. You've got 3rd and long.
Yep.
You're out of field goal range. Tied game, 4th quarter. There is a flag on the play.
Now what's that for? It's in the Wildcats' backfield as Arnett came back into the game.
I think they're going to say intentional grounding.
Oh.
They're going to say he wasn't out of the pocket, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Wow. That's a late flag. Wow.
Intentional grounding. Offense. That's a spot foul. Loss of down.
Wow, and the loss of down.
So that's going to be a loss of 10 yards, 3rd down and 20.
The game clock to 1-1-5. 1-1-5.
And the clock will be set at 1:15. So just when it looked like the Wildcats might have a chance to get into field goal range and win this game, now the flip side of that is that they don't pick up this 3rd down conversion. You'll probably give the ball back to Texas College with a minute or so as now the clock starts running again. Surprised Texas College didn't take a timeout here, to be very honest. The Cats letting it run. It's under 9 on the play clock. So by the time they snap it, we'll be at about 50 seconds. Charles out of the backfield. Here comes the pressure. Thompson rolling out to his left. Has a man up near the 40. It would have been a 1st down, but it went through the hands of Joaquin Reed, and the Wildcats will have to punt away the football.
Joaquin Reed wants that back so badly. He was wide open. Would have been a 1st down or short. Wow.
It would have been a 1st down because he was inside the 35, and that's where the yard marker was. So we get an injury timeout. One of the Wildcats coming off a little gimpy, one of the linemen.
He's got his jersey folded up. It's kind of hard to see his numbers.
Yeah. So the Cats will punt it away. 46 seconds left to go. Man, you think of a number of plays that if they had gone differently, it could be a different result right now. But 34-34 with 46 seconds left.
Watch out for the return man.
Absolutely. That is Terrell Hoofkin. Hilborn has it. Kicks it. It's going to go toward the right side. Hoofkin motioned for a fair catch.
I think he touched it.
Yeah, the Wildcats are saying they felt like he touched it. They down it around the 20-yard line. And the officials did not see him touch it.
I'm not going to have any of it.
So, 33 seconds left. Are we heading to overtime, Brandon Brown?
There is no telling with how big play prone this LC defense is. I say you drop 2, maybe 3 guys into deep coverage and give them maybe some nickel and diming stuff. Just, you got to keep them out of the end zone. If they get in range for a field goal, I think you take that if you're the Wildcats.
All right, so here we go. Amani Gilmore trying to come up with a giant play for his team. They're going to go with a handoff, and that will go nowhere. So are they going to play a conservative and go to overtime?
They did the first, so they would be receiving first in overtime.
All right. Clock is running, 19, and Texas College not in any particular hurry. I think they're just going to let this run out. 12, 10, 9, 8, Yep, they're going to let it run out, and we are going to have overtime. Wildcats 34, Steers 34. T-Bone, if we can take a 1-minute timeout, we'll come back and set overtime for you. You're listening to Wildcats football here on KSYL.
34 all.
Wow. We have not played an overtime game since October 27th, 2012 against Texas A&M. Last time we bumped Huntington. We haven't played one in a dozen. It's our first dozen.
Last overtime game here at Wildcat Field, 2012. It's LCU over Texas Lutheran, 44-37 in 2012.
Welcome back, everyone. We are getting ready for overtime here on Homecoming Saturday. 34-34, Texas College and Louisiana Christian University. This will be the first overtime game the Wildcats have played since 2012.
2012. Wow.
That was the win over Texas Lutheran, where the Wildcats pulled out a miracle. I'll tell you more about that in just a moment as we get the captains meeting at midfield. Logan Brimmer and Arian Randall for the Wildcats. And for Texas College, it's like number 5, Dylan Dubois, and number 50, Chris Hodges. So we'll have the coin toss and figure out who's going to get the ball first and what direction we're going in.
Angel is heads. SA is tails. Offense, defense, side of the field. With one timeout. Call is tails.
All right, we'll see. He doesn't say, even the referee hasn't said yet.
Louisiana Christian has elected to play over here on the south end zone. Texas College has won the toss and will play defense.
Al, maybe you can help me out here. Maybe I'm unaware of the correct rules that are done in college, but from what I understood, I thought whenever you deferred, you got the first option in overtime.
Apparently you don't.
I guess you don't. I don't even think they were supposed to do
I think they always do a coin toss in college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's professional rules, but I'm not accustomed to there being a coin flip if you defer. I thought the whole advantage of having the deferral is that in overtime, you get that advantage.
Texas College wants to start on defense first. That way they know what they have to do. The Wildcats will come out first on offense. That last game against Texas Lutheran in 2012, 44-37, that was the game when Jamie Bunting hit Cortland Bell on a last-second touchdown here in the corner of the end zone.
And you remember that. You were there.
Yeah, I was there. That was a huge game for the Wildcats. All right, first down. Dalen Charles will take it first and pushes his way up close to the 20-yard line. Gain of about 4. It'll be second down and 6. And then in overtime, Bunting ran it in for the touchdown. And the Wildcats were able to hold Texas Lutheran out of the end zone. Charles, again, pushing his way up near the first down. The pile is going forward. And finally, he's brought down inside the 15. That will be a first down.
What an incredible extra effort. Charles's legs just kept turning, and his whole offensive line was pushing him forward for the first. I believe that's a first, right, Al? They've got to give it to him.
They haven't moved the sticks yet. Now the referee is coming over to talk with some of the other officials. They haven't moved the sticks yet, but the ball is resting at the 14, and that is enough for a first down. And now Ryan Richard for the Wildcats.
Oh, there was a flag. I think I just...
Offense, number 71.
I was going to say aiding the runner by number 71, and that'll push it back 5 yards. Holy cow.
I've never heard of that call.
I never have heard.
I didn't even know that was a thing that an official could call.
So instead of it being a first down, it'll be, I guess, 2nd down and 5. They haven't changed the yard marker, the down marker, I should say. 2nd down and 5. They'll give it to Charles again. Left side. Turns the corner. He's got a chance to take it. Oh, they're going to call the Wildcats on another penalty as he takes it inside the 5-yard line. You've got to be kidding me.
Wow. That is out. That's ridiculous. All game.
All game. So, we'll get the call. There's just nothing you can do about that. I guess they're going to call holding.
Holding. Offense, number 45.
Wow.
10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Call goes against Caden Lillo in that tight end spot. So I guess they're going to say on that outside edge, he perhaps was holding somebody that allowed Charles to get the huge run.
If the Wildcats win this game, they beat 2 teams today.
Are these the guys that do the Chiefs games? All right, 2nd down and 11 now. This is the 3rd time we have a 2nd down play. Charles remains in the game. 3 receivers to the near side. Charles will set up to the right of River Thompson. Fakes the handoff. He's standing up to pass. Gets hit as he throws, and it's intercepted. Oh, what a tough break for the Wildcats. What a tough break for the Wildcats. River Thompson getting hit as he was throwing it. Throws the interception. And now all that Texas College has to do is score in some form of fashion, and this football game is over. He was trying to connect that time with number 16, I believe, Cameron Leonard, who was in the game.
That has been the Achilles heel for the Wildcats all year, is turning the ball over.
Well, we had the fumble by River Thompson that led to the 99-yard touchdown return. Now we have this overtime interception. TCU, or Texas College, I should say, not TCU, Texas College, all they've got to do is score. But it's not a given. I mean, they don't really have a strong field goal kicking game. So if the Wildcats can hold them out of the end zone, maybe they get a chance.
Watch out for Terrell Hoofkin on this drive.
Monty Gilmore has them ready. He's back to pass. Into the flat, has a man up near the 20, works his way around a defender and will take it down inside the 10 to about the 6-yard line. Boy, he put a tremendous move on the defender that time as the pass was complete to number 14, Jalen Jackson, and now it looks really ominous for the Wildcats.
You've got some fans heading for
1st and goal.
The cars.
The ball is spotted at the 6-yard line. Come on, Cats, come up with something huge here. Gilmore back, has a man in the flat, and ooh, if he completes that pass to number 28, Zerick Jones, that could have been a touchdown. But he kind of short-armed it. Logan Brimmer is slow getting up for the Wildcats. 2nd down and goal from the 6. 34-34, we are in overtime. The Wildcats just threw an interception, and now Texas College trying to walk it off, which would be a huge win for them. Their first ever over LC if they can get it done. Man in motion coming to the near side. Gilmore back to pass. Has a man over the middle. Touchdown. Touchdown reception, Deontay Hill, and it is over. Texas College has beaten the Wildcats 40-34.
Wow.
A homecoming loss that will sting for some time. The Wildcats will have to shake it off and come back strong next week against Ottawa of Arizona, a very formidable opponent next week. And you can tell the reaction from many here on the LCU side of the field is just stunned. Stunned. Bottom line, Brandon, is you cannot make that many mistakes and hope to win. And the Wildcats made many of them.